Mic check. Mic check 1, 2. On the ones and twos, this is DJ Torch coming straight at you. Right here. At the DJ Torch and Friends live. All the way live. Empowerment Network. Tonight we have actually this is probably going to be part 1 of 2, maybe 3 parts because there's a lot to cover here. But I'm going to start off with one of my favorite football players. Let's dig deep into his history real quick. This isn't going to be long, so better start watching now. This is Mike Evans. Let's break it down.
All I can remember was the police, woke me and my sister up and said, there's a dead black guy in the street.
I need an emergency over here. Someone's just been shot and he's laying out in the street. And there's blood all over the street. Please have an ambulance or somebody come get him. No. Okay, did you see what happened? Ma'am. No, Billy, we just got here. Oh my God. Hold on.
Whatever we gotta do to get this W, man. For real. Let's do it. No, 3, 1, 2, 3.
So I don't know about you, but I personally think it's safe to say that Mike Evans, he's probably the most underrated future Hall of Famer to date.
Oh, wow. Clearly, a future Hall of Famer for sure. I mean, damn.
Baker throws a sideline route. It is caught ball, Mike Evans with a guy draped all over him. Touchdown Tampa Bay, fire the cannons, get him going.
But his journey from Galveston, Texas to now reveals so much more than just football. So let's rewind a bit, back to where it all started. Born on August 21st, 1993, his childhood was marked by struggles no kid should face.
Right. Now his childhood was striked by struggles that no child should have to face. Let's find out why. Here we go. We're going to dig deep. We're going to dig real deep. We're going to dig real deep, so deep. Damn. I mean, you're going to see the other side of the world. Here we go.
His mother, Heather Kilgore, had him at just 14 years old. And despite her own trauma.
Okay, so what did we just find out here? Amy Kilgore had, one of the best wide receivers in the world at a wonderful age of 14. So she had him at 14. Let's go back a little bit more. Here we go again.
Had him at just 14 years old.
14 years old. Did you hear that?
The kid should face.
Okay.
His mother, Heather Kilgore, had him at just 14 years old.
Okay, let me play that one more time because I need you guys to understand something here when you start talking shit about baby mamas and shit. Okay? Let me play it one more time for you. Why seeking knowledge just gets in you. Another abandoned baby? Let's find out. We're going to dig deep. Here we go. We're going to dig deep. Okay, one of the best wide receivers came from a single mother. Let's keep it going. Here we go.
Marked by struggles no kid should face. His mother, Heather Kilgore, had him at just 14 years old.
Okay, so she had a man impregnated her, and she had his kid when she was 14. That means she was probably 13 when he did what he did. And you know what's funny? How these ignorant fools in the manosphere either avoid or ignore that number one fact. Angela Reddick is in the house. It's good seeing you, Angela. We are about to dig deep. We're about to dig deep on how stupid these red pill niggas can get. I'm serious. I'm trying not to cuss tonight. But the stupidity is at an all-time high. So let's keep it going. Here we go.
And despite her own trauma, she became a rock for her family, doing everything possible to give them a chance at a better life.
So obviously it sounds like to me the man wasn't in her life. And the fact that So I was watching this show and I was actually you know, participating, let's say. And this guy was dissing black single mothers and shit. And he was such a he was a dumbass. And I'll tell you why. Who made those black single mothers single mothers? He wouldn't answer the shit. He just started acting like a clown. But I'm not probably not going to talk about him a lot tonight because I'm going to save that for tomorrow night. Just because I just got home and I got to get some more homework done. Oh, you're going to love the homework too. This I'm about to prove some high end ignoramulousness that going down here in this YouTube channel station genre. Yep. Yep. I ain't staying in this shit though, because it's it gets weird. So look at these beautiful mixed babies, right? Half black, half white, right? And some, in the manosphere, all black men are leaders, right? Well, no, they'll say, oh, well, there's Pookie and Ray Ray, even though if they were to describe their sex life, it would be Pookie and Ray Ray. But let's keep it going. Here we go.
Some people know already that when I was 9 years old, my mom and dad, they were going through some things.
Now, he's obviously a lot older than she is. Probably double her age. Remember, she had them kids when she was 13. No, she had Mike Evans, the oldest kid, at 13. Obviously, the other ones at other ages. Do you know that there are men out here who blame little girls for having children and don't blame an adult male for anything? Yeah. Yeah, and you're going to find out more tomorrow. But you have to go to today's show is going to show some, but tomorrow's show going to show more. Here we go.
See, Heather's relationship with Mike's father, Mikey Evans Jr., was a story shaped by domestic violence.
Oh, there we go. Oh, there he is. Guess who the domestic violence kings of the United States are, no matter what race the woman. And hey, look. Don't get mad now. Don't get mad. Don't you think we should solve our anger issues before trying to solve women's problems? I mean, wouldn't that make sense to maybe focus on the issues that we have, that maybe that might be contributing to the reason why women are not fit, feminine, friendly, and submissive? Would you be fit, feminine, friendly, and submissive if you were getting hands and feet put on you? Probably not. Probably not. You would probably be saying to yourself, something, why should I be fit, feminine, friendly, and submissive, when the hands and feet are on the way? They're already, I can see them. Like when you buy pizza and you can look and see where your pizza is. That's how a lot of women view, their hands and feet. They could see it coming. They could see it coming down the road. You raise your voice a certain way, or you get caught cheating, or you just had a bad day and you want to get that, you want to keep that number one rating. You want to keep that number one rating of DV. And then have the nerve to have these niggas out here on red pill trying to judge women. You pieces of shit. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, how can you be responsible for some of the most violent environments in the United States, and then on top of that, not provide any form of protection, because we're last in that, by the way, okay? And then on top of that, criticize women. How does that work? The only type of logic or ideology I've seen that in is on teams like when I was playing sports and the teams we were playing against were exhibiting implosion because that's what it is, where they start bickering with each other because they're losing and their character is being challenged. And they eventually realize they're losing and they are going to lose. So they start bickering with each other and start losing harder. But that's basically what happened. I've seen that happen all the time. Thank God I was lucky enough to be on the good teams. I was lucky enough. I mean, if we made it, we were mad if we didn't make it to the finals. So I was always on a good team. So that I thank my parents for making that happen. For my dad, his genes, not only his genes, but his tutelage. And my mom, her genes and tutelage. You know? And I was always on a good team. It wasn't like I didn't have to hustle to be on a good team. It's just if you're good, you can be on any team you want. And I was pretty decent at the sports I played. Pretty damn good. Tanya Sweat in the house. So let's get back into Mike Evans, because I'll tell you one thing. I thought I was good. Mike Evans he could play any sport, any day, any week, anywhere, anytime, pro. That, hey,
My dad was beating on my mom. They'd always be getting in fights.
But in 2002,
see, yeah, Mike, he just said, and he loves both. He loves both his dad and his mom, but he has to acknowledge the truth, and the facts are his mom was a human punching bag.
when Mike was just 9 years old, his life was forever changed. Mike's mom's brother, Sam Kilgore, who had just gotten back home from serving time for burglary, had moved in with Mikey and Heather after being released. Sam had heard of the abuse over the years from prison, but had never witnessed it firsthand. Unfortunately, tensions would reach their peak when one night, Sam, out at a local bar with Heather, would be triggered.
Me and my dad was just chilling, watching movies all night. And then my mom went out, but my dad stayed home with me, and I went to sleep.
My brother meets us in downtown Galveston. You know, we went out. I called home, and Mikey's father's like, everything's fine, this and that. And he was like, won't you come home early? I said, all right, I'll come home early. And my brother's like he had an attitude, I could tell. Like he had been, he's pretty intoxicated. I go to the bathroom, and then I come out.
I can understand. I mean, he's like, what? You gonna just run home to this dude who's gonna put hands on you? So let's keep it going. Here we go. So she runs. Now this is the funny part, is they talk about that submission shit, but she was being submissive with this dude, and he was still putting the hands on her. So it ain't about submission.
Out, and I said, hey, where's my brother? Where's Sam? And they were like, oh, he said he had a headache. He went home. And I was like, oh, okay.
Sam had gone back home where Mike's dad was babysitting him and his sister. He tried to provoke Mikey into a fight, but he brushed it off, which unfortunately pissed him off even more.
So, I guess my uncle was drunk one night, and I guess he didn't like the things my dad was doing to my mom, and he killed him.
Ambulances, it's police cars everywhere. And then I look over and I see a body with a sheet over it. And then I start going crazy.
Now, think about it like this. This is a weird situation because we're talking about a older man who made a young girl pregnant over and over again, by the way. She had like 4 or 5 kids with this dude. And it's so weird and funny because I saw this judgmental red pill bandit judging a black woman because when she was a kid and some older dude was making her pregnant, this fake ass, fake Muslim, fake Kevin Samuels wannabe had the nerve to judge her harshly. These people, I swear, some of these dudes, I'm sorry, you can say anything. The bottom line is that these dudes on here, these red pill dudes are disgusting. Very few of them I have any respect for. There are some, but that's because they're only very mildly, if at all, red pill. But most of them are freaking male hyenas. Yes, you can be a hyena and be a male. Just like you can be a male whore. Here we go.
Yeah, Galveston 91. I need an emergency over here. Someone's just been shot and he's laying out in the street. And there's blood all over the street. Please have an ambulance and somebody come get him. No. Okay, did you see what happened? Ma'am. No, silly, we just got here. Oh my God. Hold on.
We looked at him and I saw that it was a black male, 20-ish. He was lying on his back, and I remember seeing a bullet wound to the middle of his forehead. We rolled him over onto his left side, and I just remember the shock. I counted over 27 stab wounds and cuts to his back. When you see that vicious of an attack, it's always anger.
Oh, he wasn't having it. And see, that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. It's wrong what this man did, but he wasn't having it. He wasn't having it. No, oh, you are going to beat up my kid's sister, whatever he was, at the time, I guess it was kid's sister. You're going to do all that, and I'm just supposed to sit here and watch. Bug that. That's what he basically said. It was wrong that he, but it was only inevitable that was going to happen again. So he did what he did. Again, it was wrong, but you know why he did it. I mean, he's technically, dude, Mike Evans' father raped that woman when she was a kid. So, I mean, he turned out to be a wonderful bundle of joy, but basically that's still a crime.
Mike and his sister were unaware of the tragedy until police woke them up with devastating news. Mike later reflected on this period, acknowledging how the trauma shaped his worldview.
I miss my father to this day. I miss my uncle too, man. He was a cool guy. I only got to spend a little bit of time with him because he was always in and out of prison. He had a tough upbringing as well, and I wish that they could have just saw eye to eye. I wish my dad wasn't hitting on my mom. I wish that all that could have been avoided, obviously, but it wasn't.
After Mikey's death, Heather raised Mike and his siblings on her own, determined to provide them with stability and a better future. Despite the hardships, working night shifts as a hospital clerk for over 15 years, Heather remained unwavering in her support of her children, ensuring they had a sense of normalcy amidst the chaos. Her sacrifices, they weren't flashy, but they were everything.
I want to take care of her. She deserves it. Always gave us the best. But she's a strong-willed woman. Raised us great.
So unlike
pause right here because there's some great comments in the comment section. LOL DJ, not preparation display. DJ, yes, women go through a lot, and the denial of these fools truly disgraces our race. Yep, straight up. And then Angela Reddick, boys and men are socialized that violence against women is permitted by their parent, relatives, peers, community, men, entertainment, and media, bars.
Many NFL stars who dominate youth leagues from a young age, Mike Evans, he didn't play organized football until his senior year at Ball High School in Galveston, Texas. Up until that point, Mike was primarily focused on basketball, a sport where he excelled due to his height, athleticism, and competitive nature.
Mike easily could have been playing for the Warriors right now. He could have easily been playing for the Warriors.
I love the game of football. It's just, when I got to high school, I got a little taller. Basketball was my favorite sport. I just wanted to focus on that. My senior year, I just didn't want to be bored in school, and my friends knew I could play, so they were like, senior year,
natural under pressure in the house.
You got to come out and play. I went out and played, and it was one of the best decisions I ever made.
His natural talent was undeniable. Standing 6'4" and possessing incredible speed and hands, Evans quickly became a standout on the field. Despite his late start, college scouts took notice of his potential. But ultimately, Texas A&M University offered Mike a scholarship, and he accepted. His arrival coincided with the rise of another young star.
A lot of people like to call me Johnny Football, I guess.
I don't think he ever will. Manziel fires, caught inside the 10-yard line. Evans able to keep his balance. Touchdown, A&M. Manziel's first of 2013. And Johnny Football is back.
The duo, they formed an electrifying partnership, with Evans becoming Manziel's favorite. Evans amassed 1,394 receiving yards and 12 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened to Johnny Football, but Evans helped him as best as he could. He's playing with Baker now. Mike Evans. That's a cool dude right there. Fought through all that banditry. He wasn't toxic. Well, I mean, I should say isn't toxic because he's still around and stuff. Tanya Sweat says, most of these red pill men are living vicariously through these toxic men because they can do the same in reality. Bars. Tanya Sweat, not Johnny Football. I met him once. Not a good impression he made. Well, definitely not, because he's not even in any NFL anymore. Yeah, a lot of people thought Baker Mayfield is going by way of Johnny Football, but Baker really turned around his life. He did a good job so far. I mean, he's been on point all year. Not the best, but definitely not the worst. Definitely not the worst. Well, let's dig in deep. Here we go. We're going to dig into the main part, one of the main parts of this. Men are whores too. Here we go.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about and give my reasons for why women should never ever admit and tell any man what their body count is. All right, that's what I want to talk about today. The reason behind that is because of the clear double standard that exists in society. No, men can sleep with 5, 10, 15, 25, you name it, woman. And all people are going to say is, he's a ladies' man. All right, he's a ladies' man. But if a woman slept with the same amount of men, then all of a sudden she becomes some type of whore, some type of slut, or whatever the case is. She gets called all these types of names. Men can be whores too, right? But society...
Exactly. In fact, men are more... if you were to measure sexual escapades and make that the measurement of whorism, men in our community are outdoing women 3 times over. So again, if a woman is a 304, a man is a 912. Or is it 1012? No, 912, yeah.
Society doesn't see it that way. Society doesn't recognize it as being that. A man is not slutty because he slept with 20 different women. But a woman is going to be considered a whore if she slept with that much or even half that much men. Wow, she's been around the block. All that type of stuff people are going to be saying, right? But when a man goes around and he shares what he has with everybody in the community, he's just seen as a ladies' man. And people laugh at it. You know how he is. You know how he is with the woman, how he is with the ladies, whatever the case is. It's a clear double standard.
Yep.
And that's why I don't think women should ever expose themselves and set themselves up to be judged or criticized by people who shouldn't be criticizing and judging them in the first place. Everybody dates until they meet that right person for them. Everybody sleeps with people or whatever you want to call until they meet the person that is for them. Who knows how many interactions you might have with someone. Now, I'm not saying that you should go out and sleep with 100 people. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that there's some things that you should keep to yourself. And not everybody needs to know everything about your life, especially your personal life,
right,
and your personal sex life or whatever when it comes to that sort of stuff. Don't expose yourself to being judged by a lot of people. The double standard that exists in society. So he sleeps with 20 women and we give him a badge of honor. That's how society treats it. He's a ladies' man. She sleeps with 15 different guys, or she's been with 15 different guys, and she's such a whore. The man can go out and just do what he wants to do. He can have fun. She becomes a whore. There's this double standard that exists. I don't think women should ever reveal their body count. To be quite honest with you, I don't think anybody, man or woman, should reveal their body count. But especially women, because of the double standard that exists. Who you've been with is in the past. And what you should be focused on is building and creating a relationship with the person that you're moving forward with, the person that you just met, if you're seriously trying to have a relationship with that person. So, I don't know. What do you all think about that? Should you?
I think basically it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. But it's funny to me that everybody, this is basic math. Dudes are 3 times as promiscuous as women, but you get these red pill pieces of crap running around the internet calling black women 304s and shit. And they be having numbers themselves. Like MTR, he said he can't even remember how many people he slept with. And we know how much of a red pill hero his ass is. So let's keep this going. Let's keep this going. So T.I.'s son, King Harris, is trying to give Travis some advice.
But this is the thing. My boy said, just pushes me to succeed in everything I do.
Okay, let's go past that. I want to go to the clip. Let's go to the clip. Now, here's a funny thing. King Harris, this is one of the reasons why I named this live stream Male Whores for Travis. Because you have these guys who have had probably some of the most tumultuous, horrible, let's just say horrible dating lifestyles and have been complete 304s themselves. But now they want to give this young man advice.
It says King Harris, that T.I. son, King Harris, in case you didn't know that. King Harris gives advice to Travis Hunter. This is crazy, bro. Now I'm just gonna say this, bro. I don't understand this new generation, gen, whatever they is, bro. But they feel like, I ain't gonna care. It ain't just them. It's just people, period. Because King put this on his story. He could have left this between him and Travis. But he decided to let the world know that he wanted to give Travis Hunter, Heisman Trophy winner, bro, was #1 in the nation when he was in high school. Probably gonna be the #1 draft pick, bro. Right. If he continue to do his thing, right. Even though he ain't do well, for damn sad, he may do his thing in the draft combine, you feel me? But he wanted us to know. I gave Travis Hunter some advice. He wanted us to know Travis Hunter wrote me back. That's exactly what T.I. son. That's what we want to know. So, hey, check this. This is what it say. So, King put this on his story. He say, stay strong, P. Breaking ain't an option. Salute. Exclamation mark emoji. Not my business to get in, but I pray it all works out for you. With the crown emoji.
Now, the funny thing, the hilarious thing about this is that King Harris has his own problems. He doesn't get along well with his father. He doesn't get along well with the woman who we don't know is or isn't his baby mom because they just don't know. And I mean, usually when you're in the midst of your own crisis, you know, the wise thing is to stay quiet. Just, handle your own business. Because, it sounds like to me, as bad as the situation as you might think Travis is in, he's a lot better off than Kang. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's a lot better off than Kang Harris. It's called delusion. And it's all over the place. I was interacting with a delusional person yesterday on YouTube. Complete delusion. He thinks he's fucking like that shit when he ain't shit. But that's another story, another day, another time. And it was funny to me because it's like, wait, this dude doesn't even know that weaves weren't made by white people. Long story short, maybe we'll go over it tonight, maybe not. Indiana, mom in the house, Deontay is in the house. Deontay says, yeah, King is cloud chasing. I agree with you. Indiana mom says, well, we know that black femicide isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So far in 2025, 35 black women have been taken down by black men. Those are just the ones that reported by the media. So, yeah. So it's funny to see stuck up, men with no value because basically come on, it's like this. I don't know. Let me just keep it going. But yeah, Deontay, you nailed it. King is cloud chasing like a mother. Like a mother. I mean, I think there's going to be, excuse me, sorry. Long day. Anyway, but Deontay, you are so right about that, but there's a long list. Cam Newton's getting in the mix. Anybody who wanted any kind of clout is coming out now. That's what's happening because they know that he's perceived as a high value man.
With the crown emoji. That's cool. That's cool. It really ain't none of our business to get in, bro. But ain't none of us got in his DMs either, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, check this. This is what the DMs say, bro. It say WSPP with the salute emoji. I don't know what that means. Maybe some of y'all can get in my comments. I guess it's a greeting. WSPP. That may be a greeting. I don't know. Let me know. But that's what King say. Then King say, I've been getting hated on my whole life and never let it get to me. Just pushes me to succeed in everything I do.
Tell me what milestone has King Harris had other than being the son of T.I. for real? I mean, really, think about it.
Stop it right there. Nah. This, and listen, I don't mean no malice, bro. Shout out to King. Congratulations on Tiny and T.I.'s newborn that you and your old lady had. You feel what I'm saying? But this is my boy said.
Tiny and T.I.'s newborn.
just pushes me to succeed in everything I do. Bro, what have you done, bro?
Thank you. Thank you.
Like, literally, what have you done, bro? Your life was planned out before you were even born.
Oh, man.
You feel what I'm saying? Before you even born, your mama was Tiny from Escape.
Right.
You did? Your daddy was T.I. from Bankhead. And I'm talking about you were born into money. So I don't understand what you mean internet bullying. What it pushes you to go out and let a chick finesse you out of a baby. Like, make me understand that, little king. Hey, bro, I ain't want no smoke with you, bro. I don't want you and your little degenerates pulling up to Papa Do's or, you know what I'm saying, Little Alice Steakhouse, cause those like some of my favorite restaurants. And hey, I don't need y'all pulling up, you know what I'm saying? I can just imagine a lot of little light-skinned niggas just pulling up on me, asking me to stand on some business. I don't want none of that. Bro, let me know what have you done, bro.
Right.
The only thing I can basically say is, like I say, you got finessed out of a baby, out of some money.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's like, look, why is a dude who, as this young man put it, got finessed out of a baby, okay, is trying to give advice to a man who does not have a baby yet, okay? That's the delusion that these men, especially in the red pill industry, which is basically the same as the hip hop / rap industry, are doing. The amount of delusion is like, if you're losing. You need to find out why you're losing. You don't need to give advice.
For a long time, you do a concert every year that your daddy headline. Like, what have you done, gang? What have you done? You feel me? But that ain't all, bro. So after he say that, you know what I'm saying, he keep putting his P emoji. I don't know.
Yeah,
then he say, don't.
Right there. You got to see the rest. This guy's funny. This King Don dude. I have to admit, I don't know what kind of other content he makes, but this was hilarious. This was hilarious. I mean, what the audience act natural under pressure is like, oh my God. Deontay is little light-skinned mini gangsters. Oh man. But yeah. I mean, let's see what else is going on. Here we go.
The big issue I have is with Travis Hunter. She's crying herself to sleep. What in God's name would make you think that that's a good thing to tell the world? And you on X talking about how, or Twitch, or whatever hell else you were on, talking about how she had to cry herself to sleep? What in this world has told you people are going to say, oh, we're so cruel. We shouldn't have done that to her.
Stephen A. Smith talks about the Travis Hunter backlash. Check out what Stephen A. Smith had to say.
Now I want to get into a story I've seen percolating in the headlines.
Now, check this out. Stephen A. Smith hasn't been that great either with women at all. At all. He's another male 304 as well. So it's funny because he's pretending to be this respectable man, but he beats and cheats with the best of them. That's all I have to say. That's all I'm going to say about him. Let's keep it going. Oh, this is good. Let's get into some passport bro shit. Oh, and one of my Section 8. Here comes Section 8.
Why you think they so mad at the passport bros?
Before I let him speak, let me clear something up on the internet. Okay, and I'm not gonna cuss him out or nothing like that. But why would you guys give your money to a man who literally mooched off of a woman who was on Section 8, who he put 3 kids in? He put 3 babies in her, okay? And he could not make enough income to take care of his family that he made. Okay. So what he did was he literally hid in the Section 8 housing with her. And I watched some leadership debate this dude had. And that was the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. I was really disappointed in his opponent. That was the worst. The first thing that should have came out of his motherfucking mouth, his angry man's opponent, is the two words, Section and 8. And he would have won a debate. When they went on that little soiree for leadership and shit, and he was talking all that shit about being a leader and how women are hyenas and all that shit. All you needed to do is say, is you Section 8 motherfucker. You were irresponsible. You made a woman pregnant 3 times over. You were so poor that you had to live where she was living on Section 8. How in the world did you miss that, bro? Exactly. We will not forget here. We will not. That was the craziest. How do you miss that? That's like Manson trying to belittle people for scratching somebody when they've had their history of, their history. This dude here is about as pooky as can get. And it's amazing to me. I mean, all of you dudes know this. All of you dudes in the red pill know this. I believe he was even the one who told everyone he was living off a woman in Section 8. How in the world is that a floss in any angle you can make it in? And you guys are paying this guy money? Super chats? And you got to be freaking crazy. Man.
Dudes that they didn't want anyway. You know why they're mad? Because they are terrified that those dudes is going to fly to another country. They're going to see how those women act. They're going to see how those women treat the men. They're going to experience how those women treat them. And then they're going to come back and tell us.
Well, let me retort. Let me retort that. Let's first go over the countries that these men go to. I'm going to mute this because I don't know if the music's whatever, Top, just in case you can't read it. In fact, let me put it big on the screen, big, so everybody can see it. I'm gonna hit the background real quick. 10 top countries, the most prostitutes in the war. I guess, I don't know. These are the countries that have the most prostitutes. Before I start playing this list, we know that Brazil, Colombia, the Philippines, Thailand are on the top of the passport bro list, right? We all know that, right? Well, let me play this for a minute here. While that's going on, let me kind of tell you, the Dominican Republic is a place that they go. They don't go to Cambodia. Some of them go to the Netherlands. Some of them have gone to Canada. Why is it that all of the places that the passport bro go happens to be places with the highest amount of prostitution? I mean, go figure, right? I mean, go figure that All of these places, right? That Colombia, they go to Colombia, they go to Colombia all the time, right? Let me go back to Colombia. They go to Colombia a lot. That's number 5 on the prostitution list, ladies and gentlemen. That's 5. That's number 5 on the prostitution list. It's Colombia. Indonesia, I didn't know. Spain. Wow, okay, Spain's up there. Brazil is number 2. Who got kicked out of Brazil a couple years ago? Exactly. So when they tell you they're going to these places for love or whatever, let me go ahead and bring myself back. For love and all that kind of stuff. Come on. You know it's a lie. What's number 1? Thailand. Doesn't what's that name? Game Changer go there. He goes to Thailand. That's why they go. And it's really their business. But if you're going to start talking shit like, old Angry Bird was, then you get that shit talked back to you. And poverty. They're the high in poverty. Beautiful places. Beautiful, but poverty. 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 Look at these places. Watch, I guarantee you they're going to start talking about Yeah, man, I went to Cambodia. That's fine. Let's keep it going. Here we go.
With another triggering topic. Here's another episode of Why Can't Passport Bros Stay Married? Episode 2. Now, I was exposed to this story on TikTok. Apparently, there is a Filipino woman named J.N. who married an American man who goes by the name Chad to Dad. Typical old over-the-hill buzzard who wanted to take advantage of a young foreign woman because more than likely the women in the States think that he is old and crusty and have resources of their own, so they don't need him. So he goes somewhere else where he feels.
I like that one. Tanya Sweat says taking that light bill money overseas to mess off with women. Yep, exactly.
Like he can be quote unquote valued. But, I'm going to show you guys some clips and I'll be right back.
A day in the life of a Filipina housewife. Minsan napapaisip ako bakit ba ako naging housewife. Nakapag-aral naman ako, napagtapos naman ako ng mga magulang ko sa magandang eskwelahan. Pero bakit nga ba ito yung path na kinuha ko?
Damn.
At 5 a.m.
Well, it didn't take long. It only took 2 years, literally to the day, December 27th, for my Filipino wife to become fully Americanized.
I think the word Americanized has nothing to do with someone who is disrespectful, especially to your people. Let's say that your closest people. It's because he disrespected my parents, screaming, snatching some things, verbally and physically. So
basically that's why these men go elsewhere. It's because they're really not good men. And it doesn't matter what race, language, or culture it is. If you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit.
What I am thinking that time, you are freely disrespecting me and abusing me. I think that's enough. You can do it. You can do it 24/7 to me. You can do it anytime. But to the point that you're going to be disrespecting my people, especially my parents, I think that's what, draw the line. I think that's when the time that I said, I want to separate. It's not because I wanted to separate just because I wanted it. I've dealt a lot with him for the last 2 years that I am here.
We got back from Orlando to St. Simons, Georgia. I was greeted with the announcement from J.N. that she wanted a separation.
For the last 2 years, I am standing up for myself. I know it's really difficult because I have children. And I honestly doesn't want to separate with him. It's just came out to my mouth that I'm so fed up, I'm so done. It's because I'm so hurt and he's not gonna change. There's no way that he will change. All I know is if I didn't stop or I didn't make a move, it's gonna be a normal. He's gonna disrespect me, he's gonna disrespect my people, he's gonna disrespect anyone. So this is just me that, putting some boundaries.
Hate everything about me and what I provide and decided to leave.
He claims that I hated what he provides. As far as I remember, I'm always grateful for him. I'm always vocal, thanking him for my life right now. You can see my social media. I never criticizes him. It's always praising, even though there's something going on inside our house. I will never speak or talk about our fights on my social media. It's because I am protecting him and I'm protecting my children. We have kids, the next 10, 20 years.
No, man, she's smart. She is smart, act natural under pressure, but she's toast now. She had that dude's kids.
There's going to be social media and they might see this. You know what's really sad is that my parents are very excited, especially my papa. He thought that it's going to be a great trip, but it's disaster. They came here just to be disrespected. They stress na sobrang stress na mga mukha nila, alam mo yun.
Yeah, it is over. I mean, it was over when you got married, young lady. I hate to tell you this because basically the narcissist came out. And that's the funny thing that a lot of these stupid so-called dating coaches online, these red pill dating coaches, they try to say, oh yeah, you should have chose better. But just like them, and I'm sure it's happened, they've been done the same shit to women as well. You can be nice for a while and then all of a sudden be a piece of crap, be yourself, which is a piece of crap. That's what happened to her. She got caught up in that. He was nice for a while. She thought she was on, cloud nine, had the guy's kids, and all of a sudden it happens. And it used right, exactly. As waiting for him to blame the Western women for his divorce. 5, 4, 3, 2, exactly, Tanya Sweat.
They're supposed to have a good time here, pero yung nakuha nila yung pambabastos. Sobrang sakit ng ulo ko kasi nakita ko yung mga mukha nila. Nakita ko yung sakit, nakita ko yung...
Well, it didn't take long. It only took 2 years, literally to the day, December 27th, for my Filipino wife to become fully Americanized.
Oh, so let me ask you this, sir. So, damn, this I might have to put him on the Wookiee list too. But why did you have to go get a Filipino wife? Why didn't you just get an American wife if you're such a catch, right? Exactly.
Hate everything about me and what I provide and decided to leave.
Happy New Year to all of you around the world. 2025 from Honolulu, Hawaii. Now, if you've been following me, you know that for the last week, my life has been really bad. I've been separated from my wife, Filipino, that I imported because I was a passport bro. We have 2 children. They're my children. Don't question the DNA. And we recently had a big problem. Imported because I was a passport bro.
About me and what I provide and decided to leave.
Passport Bro Live. This is Marriage Live with the Passport Bro right here. Right? High value Passport Bro, right? She's crying her tears out. He's spending New Year's Eve alone because she's getting a divorce. Because he treated not so much her poorly. She already said that he was abusing her, but that wasn't enough. But when he started abusing her parents, that was where she drew the line. I mean, that's pretty bad.
To all of you around the world, 2025 from Honolulu, Hawaii. Now, if you've been following me, you know that for the last week, my life has been really bad. I've been separated from my wife, Filipino, that I imported because I was a passport bro. We have 2 children. They're my children. Don't question the DNA. And we recently had a big problem, I tried to do the grand thing with a big family trip, brought her parents over here, and that connected my wife to her parents. And the family bond to the Filipinos is the most important thing. And it bothered me, so I insulted my wife's parents, and that pissed her off. to the point where she said she wanted a separation. Now she walked out on New Year's Eve 2020.
I mean, it's not just, I mean, the bottom line is this, see, that's the funny thing about narcissists is that they always want to try to make it about like one event. And then it wasn't that one event wasn't that serious. When really, quite honestly, it was a culmination of events that he completely didn't care about. He didn't care. There was all the times he was yelling and screaming at her. He was abusing her. So she just got tired of it. I mean, the thing that a lot of people don't understand is that one of the worst ways that you can if you establish a pattern of behavior that can be proven in court, then you're basically effed. And that's what he did. Because no, the judge is not gonna do nothing for that woman. If there was like a one spat or one event. No. But over a 2-year period, yeah, you're pretty screwed.
25. And you know why I know that my Americanized Filipino wife is not going to leave me? She's pregnant. She may not love me, she may not want me, but she needs me. And that's what love is based on. Need. Don't fucking kid yourselves. Okay?
This is coming from a narcissistic point of view. Remember, this is a man who went through life, was obviously a romantic failure because he had to become a passport bro and fly out of the high-end United States to find himself a Filipino wife. Now, he didn't do that because there's something about the culture he loves. He didn't do it because of that. He did it because he wasn't getting no play from the white women that he wanted in the United States. They weren't taking his bullshit. Okay? So he had to fly somewhere else. And he found somebody and trapped her with 3 kids now, I think. And that's the evil part about it. Do you see how evil he is about it? Shoot.
Let's enjoy this New Year's Eve.
He's pretty scary, right? Like, really scary.
Yes.
And this right here is some textbook passport bro BS, honestly. And it really shows exactly what American women say that American passport bro type men are all about.
Yeah.
It really proves it.
Yeah. So that's the funny thing. So old Dick Brain, Section 8, angry man, thinks that the passport bros are flossing, but no, it's not going that well. I just show you that all the countries they go to are the ones that have the most prostitution. What does that tell you? Oh, let's get back to Travis. My bad. I'm sorry. I kind of went sideways for a minute here. Let's wait. One more thing. One more short thing. Here we go.
So I want all of those things as well, right? But they're proxies for what men miss, I think, more spiritually and existentially.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I feel like in my work, when I've worked with men who have turned to prostitution and who have turned to pornography addiction, a lot of the time, especially when they turn to prostitution or even just a gold digger, they're so hurt when she doesn't like them back. So they're not paying for sex. They're actually paying for intimacy. And I always tell them, you can't buy intimacy. You can't buy it. This girl, you can buy her a bag and you can have sex with her, but you're craving connection. And that is something you can't buy. And the reason they're craving connection is because A, they don't know where to find it. And also they're being told if they do look for connection, they're a simp. That word simp gets thrown around. So we've almost shamed men for wanting and craving connection. And I can say in honesty, the men that cheat, the men that turn to pornography, the men that turn to escorts, I'm very non-judgmental because I understand behind every
self-sabotaging behavior. There is a need that has not been met for a really long time. And for that need to be met, they turn to self-destructive behavior as a coping mechanism. So I definitely think that we've got a crisis of men seeking intimacy, but believing that it's wrong. And the culture and the internet is also teaching them that it's wrong. So they're secretly craving it and then secretly finding outsourcing it in the wrong ways.
Bars. Let's keep it going. Let's keep this going. Okay, so we went over T.I.'s son. I think tomorrow's show I'm going to have to add 50 Cent's comment, ignorant comment at that.
Okay, ladies, I promise you that, it's your boy Lucky Dollars, Playboy Comedy. I promise you that I will let you know the top 3 jobs that if your boyfriend got, there's a high potential that he's a hoe. Number 1, a barber. Oh, yeah.
Right out the gate. Austin Holloman, the barber.
Them slimy motherfuckers, man. They get mad at the girl, and the next thing you know, your son head is fucked up. Push his hairline back, cutting little man head up. Yeah. Oh, number 2, a football coach. Oh, football coaches? Oh, those dudes are hoes. Oh, man, you wonder why little man ain't getting no time? You wonder why you going to your son on the bench? You get in the game, he get in the game. Oh, and 3, a pastor. Yeah, preachers be getting.
Yep, a pastor. Pastors are just as promiscuous as any other man.
Pussy. They be preaching their way into the into the pants right from the pulpit. And those are the 3 hoes of the day.
Yep, those are that's what's up. That is what's up. Now, who else is giving Travis Hunter advice? Look, check this out.
Travis Hunter has been the perfect citizen for everything.
Look at this king of whores. King of whores. He literally did the worst thing that you could do in our society, which is make single family homes, basically, with no families. Basically made broken homes, the same broken homes that these red pill idiots whine about, Cam has done. But just like those red pill idiots and their hypocrisy, they still blame the woman, even though they have full power over their peen. They could have put on a condom. They could have not had sex. Okay. They could have, snipped themselves. They could have done a lot of stuff. Being per se the leader, right? The leader, right? Has no problem.
We ain't never seen Travis Hunter outside of a club. Everything we seen Travis Hunter, he's always controlled and still attracts a certain type of person.
Like you. I can't believe this is amazing. Remember, this guy right here made a single woman pregnant 5 times. To me, that's just as bad as making 4 women pregnant 5 times, one time. That really is disgusting. He literally used that woman's life and did not marry her. That's disgusting. But he's on here trying to give advice to other men. But these are the type of men that give out the advice. They're narcissists, they're destructive, they're self-centered. I mean, and this is coming from a Cam Newton fan. I used to be a fan of his. But after I found out how he handled his personal life, I was like, no, I'm good. Now, if you play football, I watch him play for the hell of it. But I won't respect him. No. Not a bit.
I'm saying all that to say, and I'm just using this example because what we saw was what everybody else saw, is we need people around us that understands what we're going through or can try to.
What are you going through when you put 5 babies in a woman you never even thought about marrying? In fact, you cheated on her. How does that work, bro? How does that even work? And then you put babies in the other woman too. And I think there was another one. Wait, let me get the count, the Cam Newton count. How many baby mothers does Cam Newton have? 3. He made 3 women single mothers. 3. He made 3 women single mothers. Kia Proctor, Lorena Shaw, and Jasmine Brown. He's got like freaking 8 kids or something. You red pill motherfuckers, you better shut up. Can that slipped? I knew I did not want to cuss tonight. But you have to admit, it kind of gets it gets to your craw, man. All these women deserve being a wife. And he made a point of not marrying them. That's just that's toxic. Toxic. But here he is giving advice to a guy who doesn't have 5 kids by one kid. Doesn't have 5 kids running around and shit. Okay? He's better off. Why are these men giving advice to somebody who's better off than them? Morally, financially. Why are they giving advice to? Because, as Deontay said earlier, they're clout chasing. Even Cam is clout chasing. He knows this man is going to be a superstar. And Cam is coming to the realization that he ain't going to be playing football no more. He's not that old either. And quite honestly, it's all on him. At first I thought, oh, wow, these men are treating Cam wrong, just be him. No, they couldn't stand him. That's why he's out of the NFL, because he ran out of friends. That's what happened.
I understand. But as a young player that's 20, 21 years old, bro, he's still figuring this out. Then I'll go back to and I'll say this. It's not going to get any easier. Let's not be delusional about it.
Wait a minute. The way that Cam resolved the issue is he used women. Let's make that clear. That's how Cam resolved his issues. He used, wait a minute. What's worse to you? A young lady who's a little bit, who I'm going to just in their mind frame is a little bit too wild for these other men's opinion, even though really we haven't heard much from Travis about her? Or a dude who literally has 8 kids by 3 different women? You tell me. You tell me what's up. You tell me who's worse off.
About that, it's only going to get tough. He's only going to get richer. He's only going to get more notoriety. So, girlfriend, so fiance, so wife, understand what your partner is.
At least he's going to marry her, At least he's going to marry her. or at least attempt to marry her. You wouldn't even fucking do that, bro. What the hell are you talking about? What? This is like, at least he wanted to marry her. She might mess it up because remember, that's the one, honey. I will tell you like this: honeymoons and being engaged are the most, usually the most trickiest times for people. That's usually when they find out everything, or really whether they want to be married or not. But at least he's putting an effort to get married when you didn't. I mean, in fact, Cam, you made a point of not marrying anybody. No matter how good, no matter how submissive they were, no matter how fit they were, no matter how feminine they were, you treated them like shit. And if you are representing the red pale black men, which you are, then that's a perfect example of why women should walk, run, take a bus, fly a plane the other way. This coming from somebody who was a fan of yours, bro. It's disgusting. Now, it's one thing, you have your 8 kids, hey, it's your, that's your kind of like your life. But you're literally trying to be a role model for other men. And you have a shit past when it comes to relationship. At least the kid is trying to get married. He's trying to get married, bro. He's got you beat already. He got you beat already. Whether we all can agree whether he chose the right young lady or not, it doesn't matter. His intentions are freaking important. And your lack of intentions is a freaking red flag. You are exactly what women shouldn't be looking for, Cam. They shouldn't be looking for you. What? First you guys get mad because you're saying, well, look, I got money, then I can do anything I want. And then you get mad when you say, oh, now she's a gold digger. Ain't that some mother? You know what I mean, folks. Angela Reddick breaks it down perfectly. Let's go. People in general are fed up with the dust. Yeah, people, even other men, believe it or not. And thank God black women are finally leading the charge to walk away. Bars. Angela Reddick says, that is a dysfunctional way to raise his children. It teaches his sons that you can impregnate multiple women and teach his girls that men don't have to commit to you. Bars. Bars. I mean, and here he is. This is like hiring Jeffrey Dahmer to give life lessons to your kids. This is like, it's that bad here. We're going that low. We're going that low here, folks. Jeez.
I'm talking about niggas and I'm talking about butlers.
Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Cooley exposes man dressed in blackface, downing black people. Cooley got exposed as the super fraud, but he is not alone. He is not alone. At least to me, you want to hear something really funny? I see crusty old, dude right here. What's his name for president? has higher value. At least he's funny from time to time. He turned out to be a violent idiot to his wife or his ex-wife or his girlfriend or whatever. He turned out to be, you know, a bandit. But Cooley's even more of a bandit. He's not even funny. He's still a narcissist to the utmost. Mr. Top tier? Don't date single mothers. Top tier, don't date single mothers. Mr. High value man, top tier, don't date single mothers. But was living in his mama's house, I heard. And we won't get started with this. We won't get started with Mr. President, for president. I don't know who the other guy is. Top tier, high value man. Don't date single mothers, but he dated a single mother. Oh, but she's an exception to the rule because she was Caucasian, right? Remember? Made her pregnant, right? Did he marry her? No. Then he has the nerve to try. I guess this is his way to try to distract people. Now he's trying to say, oh, yeah, a man dressed in blackface downing black people. You know, you down black people every day, bro. You down black people every day. So did Mr. Crust for president. He was down to black people every day. Mr. Krusty Krust, one of Anton's crew. Yep, he rolled with Anton. Anton be having the crustiest niggas around him. All you need to do, if you find out a dude was hanging out with Anton, dude's dusty as fuck. Nobody changes in this life. They don't. People just don't change. They can hide things. They can hide things away from you. They can hide their behavior if you're going to give them some money. But they're still the same dust. They're just the same. They're just like Anton. I mean, these niggas hung out with Anton longer than hanging out with anybody else, including women. But hey, they're funny, right? They're funny. We can't leave Charleston. We can't leave Charleston out of it, could we? Okay, let's see what Charleston White is saying about Travis. Charleston White. This is just for the people who haven't been updated with Charleston White. Ex-con. Supposedly he got his life together, but he just got out of jail like last month for doing some dumb shit. And you guys chose him. That's why it's funny to me. If you're in Red Pill and you're a Red Pill content creator, don't brag about your fucking channel, dude. Because basically, if you were to put yourself on a list with all the other Red Pill dudes, half of the Red Pill dudes have criminal records. The other ones are either broke or frauds of some sort. It's just the way it is. So let's go over.
Yeah, you would never hear me holler Merry Christmas. Yeah, I ain't like I was a real Scrooge. But that's because I was poor. Yeah, that's because I was a poor, struggling daddy that couldn't provide the presents. And you know, they done tricked us into believing that Jesus is not the reason for the season, that it's not about Jesus' birthday, it's about buying gifts. It's not about family coming together, it's not about love, it ain't about helping the poor, it's about buying gifts for people that's not less fortunate.
Yeah,
So-
the whole the whole meaning and everybody's mindset now on Christmas is totally different.
Yeah, it's about give me a gift. Did I get a gift? Which, yeah, so wake up on Christmas and not have a gift for your woman or your kids. And you just say, I love you.
What the hell? Let's get to the good stuff.
All right. But before then, I mean, you were alive.
Yeah.
Before 2020, you were alive. You were healthy. Those should have been 10s as well, though, right?
Nah, homie. I felt less than. I was even though I was alive, I was I was healthy. I was a struggling father.
So in 2020, he was struggling. But now he's giving advice to thousands of millions of men on how to struggle.
Nah, homie, I felt less than. And if nothing else, homie, yeah, I got paperwork and insurance on the jewelry.
2024, a lot of lives have been lost. OG Macko just passed away.
Yeah, never heard of him.
The bitch, you guessed it. You've heard the record before.
Nah. That shit sounds stupid.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Anyways, B King, Texas legend.
Yeah. May God rest his soul. No, you know, you die doing what you want to do. Yeah, it's them cancers and them health issues that, you know, have.
If they offered him 20 years, should he take it?
He should take it. He should.
He would take 20 years.
Because visitation visits is a mother when it's time to go. Man, it's a shit, man. And that long way from home. So it ain't like, long way from home, homie. So his daddy'll be able to coach him. But nah, homie, most in prison living with regrets. I don't care how justified they thought they are or think they are in their actions. It's the other side to the coin. So I'm not willing, homie, to be out of my kid's life for my brother. I'm not willing to be out of my kid's life for my homeboy. And I damn sure ain't giving up pussy for nobody. So go give up pussy? And man, and yeah, that man, no, hell no, homie. So it's a lot of regret. Nigga, Dion a game-related nigga, sharp nigga. You think Dion ain't talking to him? So why everybody else got something to say? He got one of the best.
Okay,
he got an athletic dick. Probably. Man, I left some hard eyes emojis in some hoes inboxes responding to them stories. Man, let me just say this. Okay. In the public's eye, I seem like an unfaithful man. So I'm sure in my woman's ear is some people saying you need to leave him. Man, you can't tell a motherfucker nothing about they person, about they woman, they girl, they hoe, or they bitch. You can't get involved in that. What I told you once before, whenever dick and pussy is involved, stay out of it. Whether that's a domestic abuse situation, you gotta stay out of it. So let me just break this situation down. He said they've been together 5 years. Homie, they fresh out of high school. Come on, man, let these people grow and develop and evolve past this little stage. He know what kind of hoe he got. She say he used to drive to the parties, and he sit in the car and read the playbooks or play on his phone while she in there dancing on this drunk.
Let me pause this right there. Yeah, y'all are bringing out the heat tonight. Thank you, Darnell Elliott. He says this with this $10 super chat. You should have used John Wayne Gacy as an example. Bars to teach your kids. Yep. The irony is that parents actually trusted him to entertain their kids. Yep. Happy New Year, DJ, Torch, and friends. Let me drop the link because, maybe we can get a conversation going here, Let me drop it up in there. So I will give Charleston White a little bit of credit, though Deontay was on point. Charleston White will say whatever he thinks he needs to say to get money at that given time. And that's why I agree with exactly with Deontay. But if he really meant Deontay, if he really meant what he was saying, it would be respectful what he said. But we both, you and I know, and Darnell probably knows, and everybody else knows, Indiana mom knows that he's shaking the bowl. That's all he's doing.
He used to sit there. You think when she walked back to the car and she be sloppy drunk, man, you don't know if she a squirter or what. You don't know what that little pussy do for that boy, man. Shit. And he don't do drugs, and he don't do none of that. He got an athletic dick, probably all night. So, man, let them be. And he doing what every smart young man supposed to do. Get married at an early age. He really like her because it's from what I hear in the story, she didn't like him at first because he ain't the best looking little nigga. He funny looking little motherfucker, big head, big lips. Yeah, he ain't.
Funny. Isn't this funny coming how he's judging the looks of another man? And let's face it, Charleston White is not the best looking dude either.
The cutest nigga that can appeal to, to that kind of, beauty. So he chased her. She had no idea who he was. Her brother told him who she was. Baby girl, that's Travis Hunter. You don't know who that is.
That sounds like to me, the reverse version of the Simone Biles situation. And it's funny how these dudes don't have the same energy. All right, Angela Reddick, thank you for becoming a level 1 empowerment member. Thank you so much. I mean, so
she said, "No, I don't know who that is." So he courted her, went after her, and he conquered. Shit, he won his little broad, homie. They've been together 5 years. How we gonna come in and try to disrupt 5 years of history?
Exactly. I'm gonna let you on the stage. We have Deontay and we have Darnell. We have the D's in the house. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm all right, DJ. How about yourself?
Doing good.
I'm all good, DJ. How you doing, Darnell?
I'm hanging in there. How about yourself, man? Happy New Year.
Oh, thank you. I'm doing fine.
All right.
So let me get your perspective. What do you think? What do you think?
Who goes first?
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I mean, with Charleston, I never. I think initially I liked him at first. I didn't know too much about him. I first heard about him on the when he went on the Fresh and Fit podcast, and I thought, at first, I mean, I knew about his criminal past, but from what you can even look him up online. It does appear that he did at least turn his life around, and he started some charity groups around the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And at first I thought he was a good guy, but I don't know, man. There's something about that guy, like when you talk about or I should say glorify grape, like that he just went too far with that one. I mean, the way he talked. I mean, it's one thing you did something stupid years ago or whatever have you, but then to brag about what you used to do, drugging women and this and that. I mean, I just can't. I'm sorry, but to me, the man sounds like a damn predator.
I agree. Deontay, what are your thoughts?
Well, I agree with Darnell a lot. When I first heard of Charleston White a few years ago, he did have a terrible past. I'm not sure exactly. I believe he killed somebody when he was a teenager through some kind of crime he was doing, but it obviously wasn't anything to where he got life for it or whatever. But he did turn his life around. He started charities in his area. He started working with the young men, the youth. He was very raw to him, like the way he's speaking now. But I think the real issue came when he started to get internet fame and went viral a few times, he really started to leave, kind of like how Umar does, where Umar does have make a lot of great points, right? But he starts to feel himself, and he goes off a topic and starts, just speaking about whatever he wants to outside of, helping the black community, helping the boys. Now all of a sudden he's everybody wants to hear his takes. Because he's a comedian too, right? Like they pay him to do shows, the comedy shows. And look, ain't nothing wrong with expanding your brand. This is America, right? Go ahead. It's just that you contradict yourself. On one end, you talk about how black women are powerful, need to do this, and that. On the other hand, you talk about how they hold and all this stuff like that. He really just doing stuff for hot takes and for clout, for real. So at this point, I can't really mess with anything he's talking about.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think he definitely. Well, I think everybody's a grifter nowadays. But yeah, Charleston White, I think he's doing it all for money, for clout, and to be relevant on social media. I mean, literally, he's just it's just a poor example. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, I'm happy that he started those charities and things of that nature to try to keep black youth out of gangs and stuff like that. But it's like, his words is contradictory.
And his actions too. He just got out of jail a little while ago for messing up. He's not supposed to carry a gun. He carried a gun. You're not supposed to smoke weed in the car. He smoked weed in the car. And they were, I mean, the police officers were really nice to him too, but they were like, man, I mean, you left us no choice. We have to take you in. And it's just crazy. It's crazy to me.
He got arrested again?
Yes. I mean, like last month. I don't know if he got arrested.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, last month.
Oh, wow. Didn't know that.
And I'm like saying to myself, it's like, what? I mean, what's the point of you supposedly being a role model of the community and you need a role model? I mean, he needs a role model. Thank you, Angela, for the $5 super chat. The super stick's a character holding their head in their hands saying incredible. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, I think it's not really what Charleston is doing per se, or anybody really is doing per se. It's why are these people following them? I mean, if he was a comedian, fine. You see him as a comedian, you call it a day and you get your entertainment value. But he spends most of his time trying to act like he's giving people advice. So what do you think, Deontay?
First off, like anybody else, the most salacious thing that you can say to go viral, he'll say it. And a lot of people, especially in our community, we haven't had any real leaders in almost 60 years now. So they'll follow anybody who has a huge platform and gets lots of attention. And unfortunately, comedy is one of the best ways to reach people. I mean, with black people, who was it? Claude Anderson, Dr. Claude Anderson said that black people have a problem with ball. He said we either having the ball, playing ball, you know what I'm saying, or or throwing the ball, So it's like it's that's our issue. So Charleston gives you everything in one. He's entertaining, he's funny, he's going to say something that's very edgy, that's going to piss people off, and then he's going to say something that's serious. Like one of the things with Charleston White that I did like in the beginning is that he had a lot of rappers that were scared of him, not because he's some super powerful man, but because he don't mind calling the police on rappers. Any
Right.
rapper that's out here, no, I mean, I don't know if y'all remember that, but like he was calling the police and the feds. If he found out you had a case and you was on probation for anything, he was calling your PO. And this is all public information. So he was finding out who your PO was, saying, "Hey, such and such, yeah, you know, he just did a show last night in such and such county, right? He ain't supposed to be in that county, right?" And then all of a sudden, the rappers they don't want to talk about him no more. You know, so it's I don't know. He goes back and forth between that I'm a man of the people to these people ain't shit, so why should I even protect them? I mean, like his back and forth thing with Donald, excuse me, how he feel about Trump and the election that we just went through. How
Right.
he talk about people with this and that. I'm like, man, this dude. That's why I say he a mercenary, a merc. He only cares about what's going to push him up higher next. So he'll help you as long as he can. And if your enemy pays him a penny more, he'll stomp on your face. So
So, what are your thoughts on Travis? What do you think Travis should do?
I think Travis should do exactly what he's been doing. I still think he's gonna find out in his own way what's going on with the girl. You never know. Okay, I'll give you an example of what I mean. You remember when Kobe Bryant years ago first got with his wife Vanessa? Kobe's wife was a video vixen. He
Yep.
actually met her at a rap video shoot, and his parents obviously even 20 years after they would have been married, his parents still didn't like her. But when they got together, she turned out to be a good wife. I mean, she never, cheated on him, never tried to divorce. I mean, because he gave her the biggest opening in the history of all of North American athletics, right? He actually got caught cheating on her and went through this embarrassing rape trial, which he did beat because he didn't rape that girl, but that's another story. She could have legitimately.
Did we lose you?
Hello?
Yeah, I was just wondering the same thing. It just went dead.
Yeah, no, that's my fault. It did that thing again. But I'm sorry, just to land the plane. She could legitimately sued him for divorce for $200 million and got it, and nobody could have called her a gold digger, and she didn't do it. She stayed with him, and so that's why I said, you know what? Let's just see what happens. Because even though that girl is 3 years older than Travis, she's still a kid herself. She's 24, 25. So we'll see.
I agree.
I mean, I do gotta disagree with you. I mean, I agree with you about Kobe Bryant's wife. So I mean, sometimes hey, sometimes you get lucky. But one thing too, you know, with uh, um, with Vanessa, a lot of people don't know, but she wasn't even when she was a video vixen. She wasn't even 18 when her and Kobe met. You know, so I guess she has the. I guess she wasn't in that life for too long. You know what I mean? She was, I think, like 15 or 16 years old, something like that, when they met. And yeah, well, Kobe, you got to remember, Kobe was only like two. He was only 2 years older, so it wasn't like he was, 30 years old or anything. But anyway, getting back to Travis Hunter and this girl, I mean, you are right that there could be a chance that maybe she'll turn her life around, this and that. But to be honest with you, I just kind of pick up on a few things. Mostly in the, a lot of times people's actions speak louder than their words. And her words and her actions do suggest that, you know, she's might be with Travis Hunter out of sheer convenience. Like, Uh, you know,
5 years is a
like
lot of convenience, though. You know,
what's that?
she's been with him for 5 years.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's true. But at the same time, too, she might have been with some other people too during that 5 years.
Well,
I'm sure she was. Okay, I understand what you're saying, Darnell, because I thought about it too, like
Yeah,
that. And here's the thing with that is like it depends on what she does now. Like now that everything cat's out the bag, she
yeah.
all this stuff is on her for talking too much about their relationship openly. If she keeps
Mm.
herself calm, and we said it the other day, DJ, they always talk about who's the prize, right? Man or the woman. To me, the prize is the person that levels up the next person. So
right.
Travis is the prize. That I mean, no argument. You know, Travis will, if they break up, he will easily be able to find another beautiful woman who will be submissive to him and all the other things that, a lot of women hate to hear, but it's true. He'll be able to find that 10 times easier.
Oh, there you go again.
Mm.
I'll wait for a minute. There is,
Okay.
I think it might be a little. I don't think it's totally. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I think that's my fault, DJ. I don't know what it is because it's not happening to nobody else. But yeah, I was just saying it's a lot easier for Travis to find him another good woman than it's going to be for her to find another man worth millions.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Heisman Trophy winner. More than likely, he's going to be he's going to go in the first round in the NFL draft. The thing is though, like, you know, can you, will you be able, if things do go south, can you, recover? That's going to be, the biggest issue is will he be able to recover? Is it going to cause any kind of, emotional damage? Things of that nature. I think the biggest test if he gets hurt in the pros or if he's a bust, that's going to be the biggest test I think of their relationship. You know, 'cause if he's a bust, the money's not going to be there. Then you're going to find out if she is a gold digger or not.
But
You know,
this is the thing. I mean, okay, 5 years ago, I don't think he had any money 5 years ago when they got together, right?
mhm.
Not until 2 years ago.
Yeah. So I'm just playing devil's advocate. It's like, okay, so um, it seems to me that basically she's gone through the worst with him. Because I'm sure he didn't have much finances back then when he was going to school. Because what, Travis is what, 20 now? Is he around 20?
I
20,
think he's
21?
21, 22. Yeah.
Yeah, he can have a year left of college if he wants.
Yeah, I mean, he has. I mean, even 5 years ago, he definitely had value, but he didn't have any money. But
Mhm.
I mean, that's a hard. I couldn't say whether she. I don't think she's a gold digger. I don't think she. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that she's like wifey material either at all. No. If everything is true, where she wanted to go out and party, while he sat in the car, that's not hitting wifey material to me. Okay, but at the same time, I can't. The way that I'm, the way that I'm saying or condemning that she's not wifey material. At the same time, I'm going to say, well, she's definitely not a gold digger because with the same energy because she didn't have to, you know, she's been with him, I guess, since they what, 15, and she's
Yeah.
older than him, so she probably could have, back then it's like you see potential in somebody, but it's not like she couldn't have, got together with somebody else who had the same or even more potential. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, but some people do too. Uh, I'm sorry.
I was just saying that that's hard to. It's hard for her to do to find a guy like Travis, even back then.
Yeah, I mean, guys like Travis. I mean, that's kind of rare, you know. But I was just gonna say, there's sometimes there is what is called the long game. You know, um, where you can see the potential. Because I mean, she even said it herself. Even in the beginning, she really didn't. She wasn't even fond of Travis in the very
You
beginning.
want to know something? Back in the day, that was spoken of a lot. A lot of married couples came together like that. See, that back in my day, I should say, in my day, because who knows about these other days. But there were one of the most common stories you will ever hear with a married couple is like stories about how, oh yeah, I didn't even know he was the right one or she was the right one. I was ignoring her for for the longest. He was she was ignoring me for the long. Those are stories that were very common to married couples back in the day. So it's hard for me to really see that as at least she was being honest. Think about the Simone Biles situation where dude was saying that he didn't even know Simone Biles was the world's best gymnast. And he watches gymnastics. That's what Simone Biles' husband did. That is that's a red flag. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I didn't know he watched gymnastics. I was just going to say because I was about to say, maybe he just doesn't watch gymnastics. Because I mean, other than Simone Biles and maybe another, I can't. There was another one I can't remember her name, but she was pretty good too.
Yeah.
Other than those two, I don't know any of them. You know what I mean?
Other one he was complimented. It was the other one he complimented. I know who you're talking about. I know there was like Dominique Dawes, that was her, but he complimented some other gymnasts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And yeah. And so if people had the same energy with dude that they do with this girl, fine, I'm good. But otherwise, if you don't, that a lot of people were defending dude, saying, yeah, he is the prize. It's like, wait a minute. She's the world's best gymnast. And so he's the prize. Okay. Got it. But anyway, I think this is good. This is good for part one. I'm going to do it part two tomorrow on ladies' night. Because I got a lot of other clips here, but I don't want to run too late. I don't want I want the video to be easy to see, for the replay game. So yeah, I still got Corey Holcomb to go over. This weird dude who just popped up out of nowhere. Antonio Brown did some stuff, and then I got a bunch of Kendrick stuff I do put in the mix tomorrow too.
Oh, what did Antonio Brown do this time?
Oh my God, he tried to run a scam. Something about Antonio Brown tries to pull a 52 fake out in his bankruptcy case.
Mm. That man is the poster child of stupid.
Darnell, what's funny to me is like, why aren't the red pill men telling these stories about these men that are failing in their lives and how not to do that? That would seem like it would be more valuable to them than just talking about women.
My opinion, because they have an agenda, and it just doesn't fit their agenda, and like they think, they all have like a certain agenda. Like I actually spoke to Donovan Sharp actually a couple days ago, and I was on his show a couple days ago, and you know, he's just playing all these, he's playing all these videos of bashing black women. You know, black women getting arrested and acting ignorant. You know, getting arrested, resisting arrest, fighting with cops and stuff. And and I'm like, I mean, you ever heard of Susan Smith? You know, who drowned her kids in the lake, and and it's like you could go on the internet and you could search, and I've seen some crazy videos where white people have done the dumbest things. I mean, I saw one video where there was an arrest warrant for this man's son, and he said, "You're not taking my son to jail." He jumps in his backhoe and attacks a cop with a backhoe, and the cop don't shoot him, nothing. Tell him, please get out of the backhoe. Stop it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Betterment. But yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Darnell.
I was just saying. I mean, you can go on there and show a bunch of ignorant white people doing stupid shit. That prosecutor in New York, same thing. You know, but you can show all these ignorant white people doing ignorant stuff. But again, it doesn't fit that narrative. They're trying to push a certain narrative. So in this case, I don't think, unfortunately, I don't think the red pill community is really about helping, these younger men, or helping men in general. I'm not going to say black men. I'm going to say men in general. I just think they have narratives to push, and whatever makes money and whatever makes them more successful in the algorithm. Yeah.
Yep. Good point. Deontay.
Hey, can you hear me?
Sure can. Perfectly.
Okay, I just went and deleted all of my cookies and cache, so hopefully that'll help out from me dropping off like that.
Let me ask you this: what brand of device are you using?
I got the Samsung Galaxy S24 Android. I mean, this is
Dang. Okay, there ain't supposed to be no problem.
Yeah.
With
I know,
That
that's what I'm saying,
expensive ass phone, and you having problems.
I never had any issues with it before, so I don't know what's going on, man.
Man, maybe it's too good for my internet. That's a hellified phone, my man. Shoo.
Yeah. He must have got big money over there, DJ Torch.
Man, hey, look.
I big print a little bit,
Dang, yes. Shoot, I was thinking about maybe trying to get a 22 or 23, and he got a 20. Yeah, he rocking it.
Man, I got the Fold 4. That's how old I am. The 4. They own 6 now.
Yeah, it's straight up. And that's got the best camera. I could talk about the S24 all night, S24 Ultra all night. I really could. Got the best camera out. There's no other phone with that as good as a camera. The 16 came out. It's not as good. The Apple 16, iPhone 16 is not as good. You got the best multimedia device. Deontay. You got the best multimedia device.
Oh, trust me, I know. I do Zoom calls, man. Everything on this thing. I mean, it streams perfectly with my laptop, all my Microsoft Office stuff. So, it's great.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have a big old show tomorrow, though. I got just as many or even more clips for tomorrow's show than I had for tonight. I just I didn't want us to be on here all night. You know what I mean? Especially on a Friday night. But Saturday night, it's on. I might start a little bit earlier tomorrow, like around 5 or so. But yeah, it's been a busy week for me.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah.
But any last words for anybody before we call it a night?
Not just a great show, DJ, and as always, thank you for having me.
Darnell, I appreciate your time and you coming up and speaking. I appreciate it. And Deontay, how about you? How's do you have any thoughts? Food for thought.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to say to you personally. I mean, I guess I'll give you a proper congratulations when it happens. But I remember when I first discovered your channel, you had like 300 followers, and now you're about to cross 1,000 soon. So congratulations on that, on the growth of your channel.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I think in a couple months from now, I think I got some great ideas on what I'm gonna do. Make a couple things I want having the irons in the fire, and I got my crew in the background doing some great work. I think it's gonna be a great. We gotta have some other tenor because I'm trying to think outside the red pill box, if you know what I mean. So make things a little more interesting, but we'll always talk about some red pill because they're gonna say something to me to make me mad. So
Yeah.
but yeah. So but I appreciate that, Deontay. You're one of the day ones, I think, Deontay. I think you've been around for quite a long time. So I appreciate you hanging in there.
Okay, I had mine. I remember the first time I came up, and those girls ate me up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I got to be ready for this."
Oh, you too, huh? You too, huh?
Oh yeah, it was not playing. So I was like, "Okay, I'll see what this is."
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was quite interesting. But I let people rock for a minute. I let people rock because my thing was like, as long as nobody got nasty, I would let it rock because it's like, okay, there are points of times when it's like, okay, now that's too much. But because I never wanted it to be like a cuss, where people were just cussing each out back and forth. But if somebody wanted to make a point, they could make that point. And sometimes sometimes it's like, yeah, it was cool. It was cool and interesting back then. But yeah, I think I remember back then. Yes, the ladies were not playing. The ladies still aren't playing, actually. But
no.
So, but no, your input is important because it's important for whether people agree with it or not. Input from different perspectives is always important. Let's put it that way. Indiana mom, that was probably me. But yeah, I'm glad to have you guys on the show. Hopefully some ladies will join next time. That would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be real good to have. Kind of miss it. Matter of fact, whatever happened? What was her name? Miss Angelina. Whatever happened to her?
She's around. She's in. She's her channel's doing amazing.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I like what she's doing. She's coaching up women on what to look for in men, as far as watching out for narcissistic behavior and signs to look for. And she does it in a very entertaining storyfied way. She'll use TV shows and stuff to explain everything. So she's out there doing her thing. She's out there doing her thing. She blowing up.
That's good to hear. That's real good to hear. I was just thinking about her the other day. I was talking with my mother a couple of days ago. Said my sister finally called her. And oh boy, I remember Angelina had to. She told me, "Hey, you got to let your sister learn the hard way." And my sister just don't seem to want to learn.
Yeah, exactly. That, and she is perfect for that because she's still entertaining. She's still fun to watch, but she's actually very, 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 very. Let's put it this way: a lot of people may not think this, but she's a lot more qualified to help women than even well, and I know it's a bad time for her, but for Queen Maker, because Queen Maker gives you kind of like a perspective from a pimp's point of view. Let's just be honest, okay? While Angelina kind of gives you a clinical view on this is why these men are like this. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, basically, the thing that's going to help you most is like, especially if you don't understand pimpology, is Angelina's approach. It's not going to be as entertaining, maybe, because she's trying to teach you something. You see what I'm saying? And when you teach something to somebody, it may not just make you go hardy har all the time. But the data is important. The information is important. So that's that. I mean, so, and it's not like, oh yeah, Angelina's better than Queen Maker or Cynthia G. It's just she has a different approach on how she wants to educate her crowd. You see what I'm saying?
Well, and I also think she has credentials too. That the Queen Maker doesn't have. I mean, that you gotta put that in perspective there. Because I mean, it's one thing to be a person with an opinion, but it's another when you went to school, you have actual experience and in counseling people and this and that nature. That's something totally different. She, in my opinion, she's much more. She's actually qualified versus somebody with just an opinion. And I'm not throwing shots at Princella at all. Just saying when someone has credentials, I mean, it would be no different than someone in the manosphere. A doctor in the manosphere. He would have that actually has some credentials over, say, Donovan Sharp or Fresh and Fit. These are just guys with opinions.
But that's a good point you brought up. But do you notice that there are barely any, if any, doctors in the manosphere?
Yeah, there's not many. I think there's only one. What's his name? I forget his name. I haven't even heard his name in so long either.
I know there's some Dr. Boyce Watkins, but he's kind of like, he's not really manosphere, but he's not really, he's kind of like just a doctor who talks about relationships, So it's hard to, but really, I just don't think the manosphere was built for what it needs to be built for, which is to build black men. I mean, that should be the basic core thing that the manosphere does. If it's for the men, it's built to build black men. Or because why be concerned about Caucasian men? They got their own guys. So, but it doesn't seem that they're being built. It seems like they're just being placated with more, black women this and black women that, instead of saying, well, if you were like this, if you were truly the shit, you wouldn't be worried about what any women were doing you, because you would be in your zone. You would be either in a relationship with somebody and with a very good job, okay, or you would be focused on your job. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, how can you complain about what other women are doing if really you are struggling yourself? Why should you worry? I mean, if I'm drowning, I'm not going to look at somebody's breaststroke and say, wow, shit, that's a shitty breaststroke. Goo, 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 goo. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm going to be like, I need to do something. Deontay, you still there? Okay, he must have gone. Deontay says good night to everybody. In fact, this is a perfect time for me to go. I'll be on here. I need to get some rest. I had a long week. So, but Darnell, hopefully you'll be here tomorrow for actually ladies' night is for Ladies' night. Fellas are welcomes at ladies' night as long as you know. But the ladies are they will lead. They will lead tomorrow night.
Okay, fair enough. I'll be there.
Yeah, in fact, Indiana Mom and Betterment, y'all can come up if you want. And Angela, if y'all can come up tomorrow. Tomorrow's ladies' night. You can bring some clips if you want me to bring some. If you want to spin some clips tomorrow. Tanya Sweat, that's for you as well. And of course, Act Natural Under Pressure. Everybody, tomorrow night, ladies' night. I'm gonna go ahead, kick the beat, and wish everyone a nice evening. So here we go. All right. Shout out to Darnell and Deontay on stage. Angela Reddick, Betterment for Black Women, Indiana Mom. Angela Reddick, thank you for so much for joining and for the $5 super chat. Darnell, thank you for the $10 super chat and your knowledge and information. Tanya Sweat, thank you so much. Why Seeking Knowledge is in the house. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night.